So go on then, are you a hoarder or a collector?
I'm definitely a collector.
Since when have you been collecting?
About 30 years.
Really? Mm. And did it start with one particular object or...?
No, I just like unusual bits and pieces. I've got them in the loft, they're in the loft and the shed everywhere. But I've changed them around a little bit.
OK.
Yeah, I don't like to get too bored, you know.
And lots of boats and ships?
I suppose it's because my father liked the sea and the river, and he was always sailing, or he always had a boat of some sort. So I practically grew up with them and I just became to like them.
It seems that family is very important to you.
Yeah, they are important to me, yeah. Yeah, they are actually.
And what about this new property of yours, a log cabin? Sounds quite unusual.
It is unusual, but my husband, he lived in one for a year and he liked it so much, and where he was actually living for a year, he convinced me that I'd like it too, which I do. It has a little country club next door to it, so we belong to that, so I agreed to go up there, but the problem came when I had all these things in this house that I've got to get rid of.
Are you nervous about it or excited?
I'm excited about it, actually. No, I'm not nervous at all.
So have you explored the new area at all?
I know the area quite well because I come from Suffolk, you see. I used to work in Cambridge and, know the Fens and Norfolk, and my husband's got to know it a little bit and he likes it.
It's very flat, you know.
It's very flat. It's very flat. They grow a lot of vegetables.
And what about this flat screen TV? Where did that come from? 3D as well?
The television we have is quite an old, to me, it's quite an old television. And I see all these lovely flat screen ones. My husband goes, no, that TV works perfectly fine. So when we move, we can't take, and we've got to have a flat screen one. So I want this 3D one.
Yeah, you're going to have to put those 3D glasses on, aren't you?
I don't mind.
Really?
Yeah.
They'll ruin your hair.
I don't care. I love watching films.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I love watching films.
What sort of films are we talking about?
Crime films, and I like documentaries and things like that, so...
Well, if you need that flat screen TV, we need to raise at least £1,000, don't we?
Yeah.
Also, we need the money so you can get a few more collectibles to put in your log cabin. Come on, let's go. I wonder where Babs is.
Babs actually is at the foot of the stairs, where she's found some continental porcelain figures. The bust of a little lady has no identifying markings, but there's an anchor symbol from the Chelsea porcelain factory on the figurines. There's a small amount of damage to the boy, so taking all that into account, the estimate is a surprisingly optimistic £80 to £120. Now for some holy icons, but with a real sentimental value.
These are quite unusual.
They are.
What have we got here?
These are two of the Stations of the Cross. There's 14 Stations of the Cross, and they're in my family. A family member of mine who was a count and countess. When the count died, his wife commissioned 14 of these to go in his chapel in Ireland, and the chapel was burnt, and these are the two remaining ones, which are from my father's bedroom.
Amazing detail.
Yeah, no, they're quite fascinating.
So this is obviously Christ on the cross, and this is what, coming down off the cross?
It's either going down or going up. I'm not sure which way they go round, actually.
Well, I know a man who will. Paul.
Uh-huh.
Come and have a look at this.
Oh, right, they're nice, aren't they? Look at that.
Amazing, isn't it?
All right,
quite heavy.
These are interesting. So how many of these have you got?
Two, there's another one here.
Two. Very, very ecclesiastical, aren't they?
Yeah.
Obviously, they've been in a church at some point. So I take it these are the Stations of the Cross?
Yes, it is, yes.
OK, well, there should be 14, I think, in the series, is that right? And they start with Christ in the Garden of Gethsemane, and then they finish with him being entombed. So most of these tend to be French or Italian?
They're Italian.
Italian,
yes.
Right, OK. They're either one of the two. And what would happen is that the original would be perhaps made from bronze, in this case, very, very high detail, and they would take a cast from that bronze, and then the artist then would hand finish them, and that's why everyone is signed there. Can you see that?
Ah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
I didn't notice that, did you?
No.
J. Rossellen, does that mean Ruellen?
So what do you reckon it's worth?
Without knowing the artist, I'd say at least 100, maybe 150. If the artist turned out to be good, then they could be worth quite a lot of money.
Are you willing to sell it?
No, I don't think so, no. No, they belong to my father and I'm quite fond of them.
What about if there were two vicars in the auction, outbidding one another? Absolutely desperate for that on foot in the wall.
They'd probably put them in.
Yeah. We haven't got a wing or a prayer for you to sell.
Oh, dear, there you go.
No, okay. no, not them. No.
All right,
they're lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah, interesting though, very nice.
Oh,
all right,
let's carry on, let me put that down and we'll carry on with the rubbish.
Great, the nice things.
Go on then, follow the man.
I did toy with selling them, but I really like them. They came from my father and they are very, very sentimental to me, so I'll probably hang on to them for a lot of years.
Well, since those plaques aren't going into the auction, we really do need to get a move on. More on the maritime theme now, as Paul finds these reproduction brass instruments. Made in the Far East, they remain quite popular. Paul values this collection at £100 to £200. I tell you, we're rapidly approaching the end of our rummage here today. We're leaving no stone unturned for that juicy final object to put in the auction. And typical think Paul's just found it.
Now then, Eileen, look at that. That's a beauty,
yes.
isn't it? Gosh, I can tell straight away that's a gold item. Look at that. Was that something that you've bought for yourself or had given to you?
No, a friend bought it for me, actually.
Oh, right, OK. Was it a special occasion?
I believe it was Christmas, actually.
Well, do you know what? It's lovely quality. I mean, would it be fair to say maybe 20 years old, something like that, 1980s, 1990s, that sort of time?
Yes, it was about the 80s, yes.
Is it something that you still wear today? Or?
No, I don't, actually. No, I don't wear it. I very rarely wear it, actually.
Right.
I forgot it was in there.
And do you know if it's, well, I'm assuming it's solid gold. I can see a little hallmark here. Let's have a look. Yeah, 375. This is 9 carat. But they can't make this from pure gold, because if this was 24 carat gold, the whole thing would collapse and bend in your fingers. So what they have to do is mix it with other metals, and that gives us our 9 carat, our 14 carat, our 18 carat. And in this country, we tend to use a 9 carat.
Oh, good.
Well, gold's done tremendously well recently. I mean, because of all the banking crisis and the world economic climate, people are looking to put their money into something tangible, and gold has always been a great investment. It's always proved to have a resale value of at least what you paid for it. But at the moment, it's at an all-time high. So an item like this that's very, very heavy automatically has a bullion value.
Really?
Here guys, you all right?
Look at you, you're like a cat that's got the cream.
Well, do you know what? I think I found a real showstopper. I think this is going to make a massive difference to our target, and this can go to auction. I mean, if I said between £700 and £1,000 for that, I mean, how does that sound?
Very good, thank you.
Whoa, that's amazing.
TV.
And a few more collectibles?
Yes, that's true.
No. Where was that, in a drawer?
Yes, it was, actually.
Well, that's amazing. You wanted £1,000, so you probably guessed that we're looking at a little bit more than £1,000. If we take Paul's lowest estimate, we're looking at something in the region of £1,530. That's brilliant, isn't it?
Oh, that'd be good, wouldn't it? What can I spend the other 530 on?
Get in line, Babs. Hey, it's been great seeing you guys. Really nice spending time with you. We'll see you in the auction.
Okay, great.
Now that figure included the Stations of the Cross, and of course Eileen doesn't want to sell them, so our day of searching brings us a total that's much closer to £1,430. Still good. And among the fascinating items headed for the sale room are her 19th century watercolour of a steamship on the coast, painted by Henry Earp. It could make around £100 to £150. There's a delightful mini chaise longue, which used to be the home of Eileen's teddy bears. A neat little piece of furniture. It could go for between £40 and £60. And there's the collection of wooden games. The fabulous estimate for these, £100 to £150.
I think some of them may sell, some of them might not reach the price that we want them to, but they're only worth what somebody's going to pay for them. And that's my attitude towards things, so I'm quite relaxed about it.
Still to come on Cash in the Attic, we must play down the facts when we've got a bargain to sell.
Porcelain figures up next. Remind us about these.
Oh, these are the ones I bought for £1.99 out of a funny shop.
Keep your voice down. She didn't really.
We try to remain philosophical when things don't go our way.
Well, that's a bit disappointing.
Oh well, there you go.
There we go. I'm liking your attitude. Yeah, there we go. Who cares?
And we care, obviously. Find out just how much when the final hammer falls.
Well, it's just been over a week since we rummaged our way around Eileen's house, and we uncovered some wonderful items that we've brought here to Saunders Auctions in Stansted. Now, she's hoping to raise something like £1,000 for a snazzy new television set to put in her brand new log cabin. Wouldn't it be nice if she hit her target?
Well, don't all shout at once. I always think it must be odd for people to see their belongings spread about the sale room like this. Eileen and Babs are taking a final look as the sale gets underway.
Hey, morning, ladies.
Hey, there you go.
Saying a final goodbye to your toys, right?
Yeah, not bad.
You're going to be sad to see this go?
Some of it, yes. This one, someone actually made that for me. A patient I was looking after, he carved it all out and made the whole thing for me. So, yeah.
You've got a lot of stuff here today.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of collectibles.
I'll take it back.
Well, that's what you're hoping. Have you got high hopes for her stuff?
You've got 3 really good collections here. You've got your toys and your games, you've got all your nautical instruments, your compasses and so on. Then you've got all those boats and trawlers and things. So, yeah, it's a real collector's day, I think, today.
Have you got a reserve or anything?
No.
It's all got to go.
It's all got to go.
OK. Well, listen, I think it's filling up here, so I think we should get into a good position. And good luck.
OK.
All right.
We're itching to get started and take our places for the first of Eileen's lots. It's the mini chaise longue made when she was 25 by her furniture dealer friend. We're hoping for 40 to 60 pounds.
You two found this, didn't you?
That's right, me and Babs found this upstairs, didn't we?
We did.
Make a fantastic jeweller's display, or perhaps for a haberdashery. What have you used it for?
I'm sitting my teddies on, actually.
Yeah, the question is, what do the teddies sit on now, then?
Being modelled there by Amy on our right, lot 44, 50 I'm bid.
50
add
already.
That's great. Miniature chaise, add 50. Can I say 5 anywhere? Add 55, 60, 5, 70, 5, yes. 80. Selling, add £80.
That's a great house.
Brilliant. Look at that.
That's amazing.
A good first result, and at £80 I'm happy to tell the teddies to go sit elsewhere. Steady. Onwards now, and the locket with semi-precious stones is next. Although I suspect the gold Belcher chain will be the real attraction for the bidders.
Tell us about this.
And that was left to me by somebody, and it's something, again, I've had for a long time I don't wear anymore because basically it's just not in fashion anymore, so I'm quite happy to let it go.
Yeah, a Belcher chain, Alan, is a big, long Victorian chain. That's where the word comes from. And the locket actually has some Cairngorm stones, which is very Victorian, actually, so quite a nice item. And I put this in it between £100 and £150. And let's see how we get on.
I tell you what, it would look lovely on Babs.
There you go.
20 I'm bid, add £20, 25, 30, 5, 40, 5, 50. Selling then, add £50, 55, fresh bid altogether. Selling at £55. Ooh, 60.
60, new bidder, there we go.
Add 60, don't be put off by him, add £60, 65. No, he's going to sulk instead. Add £60.
There we go, that's
60 quid.
Bargain.
Yeah, they did. Someone did get a bargain.
Yeah, a few bidders there, though. You can't help it. You know,
They start slowly.
We do, don't we?
Certainly do. They came in right at the last minute.
Better late than never, I say, but £60 is rather below our estimate. Let's hope we do better with our third lot.
OK, well, we've got 3 porcelain items now, 3 small traditional figurines. The first 2 have a gold anchor mark, which is a Chelsea mark, but they're actually copies of that particular factory. The one I like is the little bust of the lady. Did these all come in together?
I actually can't remember where I got them from. I just know I've had them for quite a while. As you say, I like the little bust too.
Right, and I thought that was real top quality, but I noticed that there is a bit of damage.
On one of them, yeah, the little boy, yeah.
Yeah, OK, so I put these in at £80 to £120 for some nice traditional antique items.
Add £50. Can I say 5 now? 55, 60, 5. One more, sir. Add £65. 70 anywhere. It's with me. Add £65. No sale.
Why didn't that sell?
The auctioneer's trying to get near to our £80 and he hasn't quite got there, so he's decided to pull them. I think he thinks they're worth more than that and not to sell them here today.
But also, the good news is that there's nothing to stop you selling them at a later date in an auction.
Not at all. What can happen, you can leave these for a sale in a couple of weeks' time, give them another airing, and they should sell fine then.
Eileen seems a bit underwhelmed. She must have been hoping to get shot of them. Oh well, next we have that glass perfume bottle with a silver collar. The hallmarks date it to 1911 and we're hoping for around 20 to 30 pounds.
So what we're after here is the sweet smell of success, aren't we? It's the scent bottle. Is this yours?
Yes, it is.
Or something you haven't collected?
No.
Wow. Is there a lot of interest in this sort of thing?
Yeah, I mean, I think the combination with glass and silver is always very good. They make nice presents for people. It's something that you can have on a dressing table, a very attractive looking item. This one's a little bit damaged, which is a bit different, but for £20, £30, it's a bargain, really, I think.
OK.
And I start the bidding at £10 only. Take 12 anywhere.
We want about 20 for this, if we can.
Yeah.
Scent bottle with a silver collar. 12, 15, 18, 20, £20, 22 anywhere, 22 in the room. 25 now. Gentleman's bid. Add 22. At 22.
There you go. Well, that's gone 20. That's all right. That was on estimate, which
Not
is
bad.
great.
Still stinks a bit.
Although that could be Paul's new aftershave. We hoped for more, but it's a further addition to fund Eileen's dream TV set. Now our 5th item really has great potential to alter our fortunes.
A link chain.